I'm Kelsey, Tina's daughter. Today we're going to go through the Melba Lily Design Fun box. And what you'll get is you'll get this table cover here. You'll get this approximate 11 by 14 inch background. You will get 2 things of twine, some glue, a pair of gloves, 2 sponges, paints. You'll get 2 whites, a gray and a navy blue, a paint tray, all of your letters and snowflakes for the design, a paintbrush to do the snow effect around the outside, as well as your wipes to paint the board. All right, let's get started. I would take my wipe and fold it over like this. Like that. So you have a really nice edge that you can paint with. And with the gray paint, you can pour it onto your paint tray if you would like, or you can just dip your wipe directly into the gray paint. If your wipe seems a little bit dry, you can just get it wet with regular water and wring it out. All right, that looks good. Next step is to paint the letters, "Let It Snow." So you will need 1 white sponge and the navy blue paint. You don't want to get it on the edges of the letters, so what you'll do is you'll just dab the sponge into the paint and then dab it onto the plate to get rid of the excess. And you'll want to do a couple of light coats. Lightly dab it on the top, making sure not to press too hard, otherwise you will get it on the edges of the letter. If it's easier, you can put some double stick tape down to tape your letters down. So you want to do this technique on all of your letters. Then you want to move on to the white paint. Get your sponge, dip it in the white paint, dab the extra off, and then lightly press onto the snowflake. Once you get the letters and the snowflakes painted, you move back to the background, and here you'll want to paint this effect around the edges. And to do that, you'll just dip your bristle brush into the white paint, and then you'll dab it off onto your plate. This you'll want to do very lightly. You can always add more, but you definitely can't take it off if you get too much on there. And you'll just want to do maybe about a 1/2 inch or so around the edges, 1/2 inch thick, so that it doesn't interfere into the letters. And to get a little bit different effect, you just turn the brush different angles so that you're not getting the same spots. And again, it's to each person's preference if you want it lighter or if you want it a little bit heavier. Just play around with it, figure out what you like. If you get spots like this where it's a little bit heavy, just grab a little bit more white paint and just kind of dab over it to help lighten those spots a little and kind of blend it in more. Okay, that looks great. Now we will move on to adding the letters to the board. Everything should be painted now. You'll want to grab your glue. So we have our glue right here. Go ahead and just place your letters on the board. Play with it a little bit to see you know, what you like, where you want everything laid out before you start gluing. And then once you get it laid out, remember that you will have the twine on the top and the bottom. So you'll want to leave just a little bit of room for that. And go ahead and take your super glue. And be careful, it does come out pretty quick. So just squeeze lightly. And this is the time when you can definitely make it your own. So feel free to move the snowflakes around, put them in a different order. The glue does dry pretty quick. All right, there we go. And as you can see here, we've already done one layer of the twine, but I will demonstrate how to do that for you. And what you want to do is you'll just want to start on the back of the board. You'll just want to hold it on there. And then as you wrap it around, you'll just kind of do it in a zigzag. Once you get around to the back, you'll just make sure you pull it tight. And you'll just want to tie it in a knot to secure it. And there you go. If you just put a command strip on the back, you can secure that to the wall. If you're familiar with command strips, you do know that they don't ruin the paint or the finish on the walls, and they're easy to take off. But there you have it. Thanks, guys.